I stumbled across this Twitter page that did this really extensive compilation of this Etsy scammer. So let's look into this, okay? So this is the X account Art Theft Be Gone or Art Theft Beware. This account is actually sick. It's been like retweeting a lot of really popular, I guess, art drama cases. That is like, it feels weird to say that though. Like use the term popular for it, but viral, I guess. But they write Etsy scammer art thief Strawberry Bun Field, stealing multiple emotes, a good chunk of the emotes being reposted on free Discord emoji sites and uses Gen AI. So this was their profile. Strawberry Bun Fields, they're allegedly possibly a VTuber, and they had almost 1,000 sales. So here, Art Theft posts AI generated images. Look at this. This is most definitely AI generated. They were selling this for $2 too. That's crazy. They highlight a bunch of emotes in this emote pack as being allegedly AI. These ones harder to tell because these are really small. But I will say they have a bunch of panda emotes I know for a fact do not belong to this artist. Sorry. This does not belong to the artist. These do not belong to this artist. Oh, okay. Here we get a closer look at these cat emotes here. Oh, yeah, this is AI. This is AI. This is most definitely AI. Okay, now that you get a closer look, right? Because I do get a little hesitant to like call something out as AI if I can't see it, like if it's too small. Do you see this bow with 3 ribbons? 1, 2, 3 ribbons. Come on now, you're not beating the allegations. They continue Kuromi emoji from the Lime store. So here we have the set of Kuromi emojis. And then here we have the line store where you can purchase the emotes. Here they add, these are from multiple artists. This set. Again, guys, if we take a look at it, right? Look at how different the art styles are. All of the art styles across these emotes are so different. Like this Groot is not shaded in at all. Whereas this Jeff the Shark choke out has a really heavy black outline over it. So does this Jeff the Shark. Yeah, and then this one is notable because they color half the line art in red, right? Look, half in black, half in red, half in black, half in red, half in black, half in red for all the Jeff the Shark ones. But then that isn't present in the other emotes. They don't do this like coloring line work. It's all different people's stuff that's just bundled together into one. Like look at this too, right? We have some emotes and then why are some looking like a lot blurrier than others? Probably because they maybe didn't make it. So they're just yoinking it. And maybe the way they yoinked it, they didn't have the full res. And to give a little bit more info real quick, we have this post posted by Tayrex on Twitter, or Tay writing, please report this Etsy account and help spread awareness. They are stealing work from many artists and reselling them. Please tag artists, animators, owners if you recognize their work. I love making emotes for my store, but people always abuse it. So again, that's Strawberry Bun Fields. Some of these emotes were made by Tay. And again, it's these two and these two, which is why the art style looks so different, because they're just picking emotes from other people and combining them together into one pack. And then Tay adds, they are also selling a lot of other assets like badges, overlays, and even VTuber models that might be stolen too. So please help if you know any of the artists, animators, and owners. But yeah, look at all the Discord cat emotes. Wow, guys, look at how different the art style is. The Crying Zenyatta is just the Overwatch League emo. Oh, wow, they're even giving that away. Look how they're selling this as 500 random Discord cat emotes, and some of these are sub badges. Look, 81 random blue emotes. Again, look at how different the art styles are. 170 Marvel Rival emotes. Full VTuber Twitch set. I bet they don't own any of this. So here, Art Theft is tagging some of the artists. So here we have ABL Draws, and their artwork is the top 5, and then this one. And then these 3 being from an artist by the name of Muffy U. And then these 2 by Spider Uwu. And then these ones from Oogie Bear. Oh, I don't think I'm reading this correctly. But this Art Theft page posts. There's more, but the fact most of these are being reposted on free Discord sites, it's become rather difficult to find the original artist. Warning for streamers when using emotes from these sites as sub-emotes, the site does not grant you the right to use these. So the right is for Discord, Slack, and any other platform where the user is not charged for access to the emote. And then, wow, it gets even deeper. So Art Theft writes, while looking into more info about the shop, I come across their TikTok as well. They seem to have rebranded since they're selling their own model. You can still see some of their TikTok videos if you search Strawberry Bunny VTuber. Some more stuff they're selling that's likely not theirs. Custom pet blob, and then allegedly their page. Oh, with the rebrands. Strawberry Bunny VTuber. Here they add, More proofs that it's their TikTok account. From their TikTok, it will also lead you to their Twitch. Don't harass them, report the Etsy store, and avoid supporting them. So here we can see this VTuber was used by Strawberry Bunny 00 on TikTok. Some more videos. And they were selling it on Etsy for $84. Discounted 60% off from $210. By the way, like, who wants to buy this? Like, if you were a scammer and then you got caught scamming, then you sell the model you were scamming with. By the way, it's not even their model, or the design isn't anyways. We have this post by Miwa who writes, they stole this adopt I made. Oh, look at this adopt. Isn't that the Strawberry Bunny VTuber they've been acting around as? That is literally their adopt. The whole design doesn't belong to this person. This is Miwa's design. And this design is so cute. And then Tay says, I'm so sorry, love. This is just awful. Unfortunately, people like this tend to remove the work, rebrand, then just do the same thing over and over under a new name, and we have to keep exposing them. No, the adopt design is so cute too. But I also think the logic is kind of crazy. If you got caught as a scammer and then you sell the art that you were scamming with that you stole, this VTuber is entirely built on theft. And then they try to get away with it. So Art Theft on April 17th posted an update. They changed their Etsy to Moonmist Forest and a new avatar to match their new brand on Twitch. Below is a tweet when they changed the name, and you can see it says Moonmist Forest. And this was posted by Peachy Ellie, who writes, guys, please report now the user. They changed the name to not be able to find, but don't worry, Ellie is here again to find thieves and people who sell their work without permission. Don't disgrace Boba like this, man. But then they realized people were able to notice the Etsy is named Bubble Boba Bay, and they deleted all their TikTok videos. So then it was rebranded to this Bubble Boba Bay. They made it all boba branding with a profile photo that suspiciously looks like AI, but I can't confirm from this far away. Then Art Theft posts. More info also comes out. The model they were trying to sell was a stolen design. The artist is Miwaz. The current owner is Dysmorphira. Art Theft writes, they again changed their Etsy avatar and banner, and apparently the cat boba emote they're selling is a stock image that you can get on Canva. Their Twitch is now moonmist0_0 that no longer has an avatar, and it used to be the same as their new TikTok. It looks like they're gonna rebrand to a green theme. Not them continuing to skirt responsibility over and over and over again. No, guys. Why do they follow me on TikTok? I do like streaming advice and content tips on TikTok. If you watch any of my videos, shouldn't you know not to steal a whole bunch of shit from a whole bunch of people? Like, come on. Now I'm disappointed. I was before, but I'm even more now. It's always like whack to me when I start covering people who scam, and then sometimes they do follow me, and I'm literally like, why? Man, you suck. But yeah, these types of people, they literally delete, rebrand, come back. That is literally their MO. So they will be back. You know, when I kept making videos about making an Etsy shop, I didn't mean go steal a bunch of shit from a bunch of people, okay? That was not what I meant. This is currently their Etsy shop as of April 19th, okay? This is still them. If you look up Moonmist Forest, it still takes you to them. Can I open this image? So we rockin' the AI profile pic. Oh, guys, do we want to take a look at this again? 109 strawberry Discord emotes. Let's open this. Oh, boy. This is Basil Leaf's cat. The artist who made this cat. This is Basil's art. This is literally a Sunny Angel. These are clearly all of one's. Come on, bro. Like, again, these are all very, very different art styles. This looks mad familiar, and I swear I've seen this cow before. Oh, another Basil cat. 2 Basil cats. Yeah. All right, let's see. 200 animated goth emotes. All right, we got the Kuromi again. Another Kuromi. Yeah, you know, do we want to, like, guess whether this is actually their artwork or something that they stole? And what looks to be an AI vampire bat, but I can't really tell because it's like, ooh, I need to look a little closer. Actually, no, I'm capping. That's not. We just got straight anime shit ripped off. That's cool. By the way, looking at the reviews, it did look like the product purchase item, the listing is no longer available. It did look like they were selling AI profile photos too, because this person says, it came out super clean and she was helpful when going through what I wanted. All of them look so good, it was hard to choose. So they were doing one of the listings where it was like some AI generated stuff. Maybe they had a listing that was like, I'll make your profile photo or whatever, and it's just an AI generated image. They're gonna be back. This is their MO. The only thing you can do, honestly, is try to see if Etsy can take action. That's like kind of the only solution. And hopefully just whenever they come back and with their scamming behavior again, somebody calls them out so that they're held accountable, so they're not allowed to do this anymore. Because this is so fucking gross. Just genuinely, you steal from this many people, you stole the design from somebody else, etc. Like, Come on, man. You must know better. Like, you truly, 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 at least I hope you know better. And then we have an AI situation on Twitter that made all the AI bros on Twitter hella mad. This was posted on Twitter by Twitter user Nico Michi UBC, who goes by Michi, writing, "My workplace held an AI-generated image contest and I submitted an illustration I drew. Nobody noticed it wasn't AI and I ended up winning." This piece is so cute and this one's super viral. Holy crap. I've never covered a post this viral. 555,000 likes. But look at this drawing of a cute little kitty sitting on a laptop that's plugged into a monitor and the kitty's just staring at you with big ol' eyes. Michi writes, "For the record, I'm not completely against AI. I think it has massive potential in scientific research. We've already been using it here for protein structure and genomic analysis, and it's been a powerful tool. However, as an artist, I also feel that it's important to remember that technology should be regarded as a tool to extend our own creativity and capabilities, not replace them." And Elko writes, "Weird that there are tools to check if an image is AI or not." And Michi responds, "I actually ran my drawings through some. Half of them reported it as AI and half of them reported it as non-AI. And I want to add, honestly, the AI checkers are low-key as accurate as polygraph tests, which those are not accurate at all in case you guys didn't know. It's like a 50-something% accuracy. They're not admissible in court because they're not accurate enough. The problem with like AI checkers is the thing is AI generated images are trained off of actual artwork. So sometimes it will end up looking similar to human art because it was trained off of human art." So another user asked, "Nice, but genuinely what on earth is even the theoretical point of an AI generated image contest? Who can type the best prompt? LMAO. And Michi says, "I suppose their intention was just to see whose picture could get the most smiles. They didn't claim it to be a contest of skill. That being said, I would have much preferred it if it were a photography or art contest instead." And then Core says, "Cute cat," and Michi says, "Thanks, based on a real cat. Look at this kitty, handsome kitty." Yeah, but a lot of people were mad, being like, "Oh, so you cheated." Here we have Connor Oil with an eagle with an American flag behind it as its profile photo that most likely is AI generated, writing, "Wow, typical liberal. Cheating in contests meant to encourage team building and joy. Shame on you. You are AI. How does it feel to be a cheating scumbag?" This person writes, "While you clearly have amazing artistic ability, in this case, I would probably consider it to be cheating. Your colleagues most likely don't have the skills to create something like this, and using AI helps level the playing field. It's possible there are other artists within your organization who have even greater artistic ability, and if they had known they could submit traditional artwork, they might have actually outperformed you. As for those with no artistic ability, this essentially guarantees they don't stand a chance." By the way, the cheating is like straight bullshit because like, one, that is absolutely wild. Cheating means you take a shortcut, right? Going into Midjourney and typing "cat sitting on a computer" takes like 2 seconds, whereas hand drawing that piece is like a minimum of like 3 hours. So you're not taking the shortcut by hand drawing. Now, if you were to argue cheating means you didn't follow the rules being it had to be AI generated, then maybe you do have some grounds to accuse it of cheating there. I would argue the point is we're not arguing about the point of cheating, right? Like, I don't know why sometimes a lot of people like to make it a morality debate of like, yeah, well, you cheated, haha, right? So you didn't follow by the rules. Whereas when it comes to AI, all of these artists didn't consent to having their art trained by AI, and AI did it anyway. So what happened to following the rules there? So the rules only apply if it follows your narrative, but not in other cases. Very confused about that. Then the second point as well of people making the argument of, oh, like if other people knew it was art, then they would have submitted their own artwork and beaten you. So then here you are arguing that actual human-made artwork is then better than AI, right? Because if you host an AI-generated contest and people submit actual art, then you think the actual art would win. So then I guess this is a very roundabout way of being very anti-AI. Nice argument then. Goes both ways. If it's okay to use AI to generate a cover, it's okay to use AI to generate the book. And that is a hill writers will disagree on, because all those authors will be like, "Oh, it's okay if I AI generate the cover. It's no big deal. Like, it's so easy, like I don't know how to draw, so therefore I will generate a cover using AI." Oh, but like, oh, AI generated books? That's a sin. How dare you tarnish the beauty of literature and writing by generating it within AI? Like, you get all or nothing, Either it's all good or all bad, you can't make this weird middle argument. And then here's a quote retweet that I felt like made a good point. Shamar writes, "AI bros are crying in their replies claiming that he cheated. Please be serious." Also, Shamar links their art down below and their art looks sick. Wild times we're living in. But ironically, by them saying the person cheated because they actually drew, it means that deep down, they feel that art made by human hands has an advantage over AI. And Shamart says that's exactly what it is. These guys think of people who can actually draw have some kind of unfair advantage, which is wild. By the way, on the third point of that argument, if you can draw, you have an unfair advantage. Yeah, duh. If you spent time to hone a skill and make your skill good, so you are above the rest in terms of your skill, then yeah, you have an advantage. It's the same for anything, okay? If you spend a really, really long time learning how to cook and you are a really, really, really good cook and you cook super well so that when, you're going on dates and you rizz up girls by like, inviting them over, not on the first date, that's kind of creepy to your house, but inviting them over and cooking them a really good meal. And what are other bros gonna get mad at you because they're gonna be like, wow, well, he just has an unfair skill because he's a really good cook, so of course like he's gonna win over the woman with that. I mean, yeah, right? If you spend time honing a skill, obviously they're gonna have an advantage. Personal anecdote, my boyfriend's a professional League player. He's been playing League for like, I don't know, 12 years. He's challenger. He's obviously a pro player. No shit, he has an advantage in the game compared to almost every single other player ever. People who make that argument are just people who are unskilled and lazy. Just take the time to learn. You may not be like, the top 1%, but you can become a good artist by learning. You can become a good cook by learning. Maybe you won't be, I don't know, the next Gordon Ramsay, but you're gonna make your whole family happy by cooking some yummy ass food. You can spend a whole bunch of time actively learning how to play a game and you can get good at the game. You might not go pro, but you can get pretty good, If you spend time learning a skill, you will get better and therefore you'll have advantages. It is literally common sense. But Michi here adds a couple of extra clarifications, answering a few common comments. 1, I disclosed the nature of the artwork immediately after the win. 2, the prize was a large box of chocolates, which I forfeited by sharing with the office. The artwork submitted was a version intentionally edited to resemble a generated image. My usual drawing style is not like this at all. The cat is based on a real cat. She has been handsomely rewarded with treats and pats. Please don't be mad at the workplace. They set out with good intentions and just wanted us to have fun. The general consumer is not aware of the wider implications of Gen AI and just think it's some kind of glorified Instagram filter. That doesn't make them bad people. The contest was obviously something for fun, not a serious contest of skill. Please do not cheat during tests and certainly don't cheat in relationships. It's crazy that Michi has to come out here and make all these disclaimers. I'm gonna say this, and I feel like because sometimes with my channel, it might come off a little confusing because I do content like very anti-Gen AI. I do not fault you if you used Gen AI without knowing the implications of it. You just don't know what you don't know. I do fault you if you know it's bad and you still choose to use it. That's a different situation, okay? So the reason why I'm much more critical on artists who use AI is because if you are an artist, you have more knowledge of art. You are in an industry as an artist who you've likely experienced firsthand how difficult it is to make money, how jobs are shrinking in the art sector, etc. So you will have a much more firsthand experience of how Gen AI affects artists. So I would hope you know how bad it is. But for the general person, the general person can't even tell like AI generated images from regular artwork. If you don't have the trained eye, you just don't know. And if you didn't know how bad AI is, again, like exactly what Michi says, people just think it's a little silly little filter that can, change your face into Studio Ghibli artwork, hee. They just don't think one step further and wonder how, but I don't blame them because you don't know what you don't know. And that's the point that I'll make of that. If you do know, though, being unaware and aware and continuing to do it are very, very different. I'm not going to fault you if you didn't know. If you like this video, please be sure to like and subscribe. I'll have everyone linked down below. Again, don't send hate to any parties involved. I am cooking up some merch, so you will see that soon. I'm not going to make stupid designs. They're going to be cat designs. And I also have a VGen now, and I have coffee with free resources for streamers and content creators. If you watch this on Twitch, you're the GOAT, but I'm normally live Mondays, Wednesdays, Saturdays at 6 p.m. PST, so I hope to catch you guys there or in another one of my videos. Peace!